Mark, I'm kind of feeling pretty sick today.
Why?
My back's killing me.
Because of the pregnancy?
Yeah, and my stomach's as hard as a rock. It feels almost like I'm having contractions.
Is that good? Is that bad?
It could be bad for the baby. It could mean I'm going into labor early, so I wouldn't say it's a good thing.
Oh, well, it isn't like pregnancy is a disease or anything. No need to get too nervous, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking of going to the hospital if it goes on too long. When my stomach clenches up like this, I start getting all nauseous.
Oh, I don't know much about pregnancy, but you should probably get some exercise. Just don't overdo it. And don't get into the habit of skipping workouts just because your stomach feels tight.
What do you mean by skipping? When and what have I skipped?
It's just a figure of speech. Just don't let yourself get too lazy now.
That's a terrible thing to say to a pregnant woman. Actually, I've been so busy with work that I haven't had time to rest. I've got work this afternoon, so I'm going to head out now.
Oh, okay. Jen, did you call just now? I was in a meeting, so I couldn't take the call. What's up?
I'm sorry to bother you. My stomach hurt so bad I couldn't take it, so I had to leave work early to go to the hospital.
What did they say?
They said I'll be ready to have the baby soon, but it's best to wait a bit longer, so they said not to push myself too hard.
Makes sense, and?
I talked to my boss at work. He said it would be okay to go on maternity leave, even though it's a little early. So I'm going to take my leave earlier than expected.
Huh? So you're gonna stop making money earlier than planned?
Yes, but I don't have a choice. Right now, the most important thing is to have the baby safely.
What do you mean you don't have a choice?
Huh?
Preparing for the baby, the birth, and everything's gonna cost us so much money. And you don't want to work anymore?
Like I said, if the baby's born now, it'll be bad for his development. Premature babies can become sick or disabled. Aren't you worried about your child, Mark?
Of course I am. I'm just worried that our budget's gonna be real tight.
Sorry. I'll try to budget carefully, but things might be tight for a while.
Besides, it isn't healthy to take it too easy, you know.
What?
They say you need to exercise to have a safe delivery, right?
Yeah, but if I exercise in this condition, the contractions could come any time. It's dangerous for me to go into labor now.
I don't know. It feels like you're just making excuses.
That's terrible. I wouldn't take time off work for no good reason.
Well, you'd better at least take care of the house while you're off work. That's the least you can do.
I'll try to do as much as I can, but they're telling me to rest up for now.
Hey, Jen. I'm on my way home now. Is dinner ready? Hey, why aren't you replying to my messages?
Hey, Mark. Sorry, my stomach is killing me and I can't even move. It's hard to stand up right now.
Huh? So you haven't made dinner again? You promised you'd take care of the house while you were off work.
I know I did, but I can't move. So what do you want me to do? Can you pick something up on your way home today?
I've been working hard all day, and for what? For you to sit around all day and ask me to take care of dinner?
It's just for now, so please be patient with me.
So you really did take off work to sit around all day, didn't you?
What? Of course not.
You're just lying around all day waiting for me to come home. You could at least get dinner on the table.
But I really can't. I checked with the hospital and they wanted to admit me and put me on an IV. But then I thought about leaving you all alone. And I told them not right now because I want to stay with you until the baby's born.
Doesn't matter either way.
What?
You just stay home on your butt all day, don't you? You don't even do any housework, using your pregnancy as an excuse.
Well, I would if I could, but my stomach hurts so bad I can't even stand up.
Enough of that already. You're just taking advantage. You didn't make dinner, do the laundry, or clean at all yesterday either. What a pathetic excuse for a wife.
I'm sorry, but there's really nothing I can do about it until the baby is born. I can't change it no matter how much I want to.
That's enough. I'll go have dinner on my own, so you can just keep sitting on your butt.
Why do you have to be so mean like that?
Jen, can we talk?
Hi, Jim. What's the matter?
I spoke to Mark. He said you've just been sitting around all day, just 'cause you're pregnant.
What?
He said you went on maternity leave early, said you didn't want to work anymore. What on earth were you thinking, Jen?
What are you trying to say?
Isn't it a wife's job to make sure her husband has a clean house and a warm plate of dinner to come home to after work? I know my wife always did.
Well, that might be true, but...
Then why are you abandoning your husband like this?
I'm not abandoning anything. The doctor just told me it's not good to force myself to move.
Yesterday, Mark came to my house asking if he could have some dinner.
What? He came to your house?
Yesterday, I just happened to get off work early, so I whipped him up a little something, but...
I'm sorry to make you go through the trouble.
Pregnancy isn't a disease, Jen. You can't act like you're bedridden or something. You need moderate exercise, or to at least keep up with the housework.
But the doctors have told me to rest. If I don't, they said I'll need to be hospitalized.
Hospitalized? So you're just gonna leave Mark all alone? What a pathetic excuse for a wife.
I'm sorry. I'll try to do better.
Hey, fatso.
Hey, don't call me that.
You're going to get really fat if you sit around all day. You talked to my dad, right? Pregnancy is not a disease. You can't act like a spoiled brat forever. Dinner had better be waiting for me today.
Mark, I wasn't up for cooking, so I ordered delivery. So don't worry, dinner's ready.
Delivery? What a waste of money. I work my butt off every day at work, just for you to pour the money down the drain?
I'm sorry, but my stomach is really upset and I don't feel up for cooking.
Oh, here we go again.
What?
Like I just said, pregnancy isn't a disease.
I know that. If I was feeling up to it, of course I would move around and go to work even. But not if I'm having complications.
There's nothing wrong with you. You're doing fine. And getting spectacularly fat. I don't care how pregnant you are. That can't be normal.
You can't be serious. I'm almost 9 months pregnant. What do you expect?
Dad was right. You shouldn't let a woman let herself go just 'cause she's pregnant.
What?
Not like back in the day when women kept the house spotless right until the baby was born.
What are you talking about? The 50s?
Dad said you're acting like a spoiled brat. He said I should make you exercise more.
Mark, I'm telling you, the doctor put me on bed rest.
Why do I have to go to work in this wrinkled shirt? So freaking embarrassing.
I'm sorry about that. I'll have the dry cleaning delivered from now on.
I told you, stop wasting money.
Then what am I supposed to do? Should I go stay in the hospital like the doctor said?
Don't be silly. Staying in the hospital costs a fortune. Ugh, I've had enough.
Mark,
How are you feeling today?
Mark, are you worried about me? I'm still in a lot of pain, so I'm lying down. And I've been feeling nauseous all day, probably because the baby is pushing on my stomach.
I'll take you someplace nice after work. My dad gave me a great idea for you. Haha.
What? We're going out? I can't go out, so go by yourself, Mark.
No, this is for you, honey. Haha.
For me?
Yeah, I'm sure you'll feel better, so look forward to it. Haha.
Mark? Mark! What the heck is going on? Where am I? It's pitch black. I can't see anything.
Oh, that's the farm my dad works at. It's over 200 acres and even has a big forest.
What are you going to do? Leave me in a place like this?
You keep going on about your stomach, how you need to rest, using pregnancy as an excuse to do nothing all day, so I thought I'd give you a good workout.
What?
I want you to walk home from the woods. You need your strength for the birth, right? Build up a little muscle while you're at it. Walking home will give you a good workout. Haha.
From here? Mark, are you insane? How am I supposed to get home if I can't walk? My stomach is still in knots even now. Have you lost your mind?
You can't move because you're too fat. It's no wonder lying around in bed all day.
Huh?
That's why I'm trying to get you to exercise. You can do it. You just gotta put your mind to it.
It's not about putting my mind to anything. What are you trying to do?
It's just some advice from my dad. If she won't move, force her to walk. Leave her in the middle of the woods and she'll have no choice but to walk. My dad's pretty smart, isn't he?
You've got to be completely insane to leave me in the middle of the woods like this. It's so dark. I can't even see where I'm going.
If you follow the path, you'll wind up somewhere. Haha. You've been waddling around all this time, so just waddle your way home. Anyway, you'll be fine. Good luck. If you can't even do that, our marriage is over.
Unbelievable. I can't even...
Hey, Jen, where are you? You haven't made it home yet? It's getting a bit late, don't you think? Give me a call at least. I'm starting to get worried about you. Well, whatever. If you don't come home on your own, I'm filing for divorce. Haha.
Hey Mark, where are you, boy?
Hey, Dad. Jen hasn't come home yet, so I thought I'd grab dinner with some friends. Haha.
Stop messing around and get over here right now.
Huh? Why? I already made plans.
There's no time for that. The boss just came over to my place and said that he's going to fire me.
What? Why all of a sudden?
Something really bad happened.
What?
They're firing me because you went and left Jen in the woods and the farm.
What? Hey, Jen, what's all this about? Sending me divorce papers? You can't just go and do that. What about the baby? What's going on?
You still don't get it?
What are you talking about?
Didn't you get the message from your dad's boss?
Boss? You mean you're the one that got Dad fired?
Me? You really don't get it, do you? Allow me to explain.
What's gotten into you? What did you do to my dad?
After you left me alone in the woods, I didn't know what to do. So I checked my phone, and I had a message from my friend Katie, saying she was wondering if the baby had been born yet.
What the heck are you going on about?
So, in desperation, I called her, hoping she'd pick up. I was in so much pain I could hardly speak, but I somehow managed to explain where I was.
What's this Katie girl have to do with anything?
Katie's husband is the owner of the farm your dad works at.
What?
While I was on the phone with Katie, her dad and mom drove here to get me. While I was waiting, I started having contractions and my water broke, so they drove me straight to the hospital and I had the baby.
How come I don't know anything about this? I'm your husband. How can you not tell me all this? Why didn't you call me?
How can I trust someone who would leave his pregnant wife suffering in pain all alone in the middle of the woods? Why on earth would I call you?
What the?
If I hadn't been able to contact Katie at that time, I might have died, and the baby too. That's just how dangerous that was.
Is that so?
I didn't contact you because I knew you were a danger to me and the baby. I only contacted my parents.
What the? That's...
You told me you'd divorce me if I couldn't get home on my own. I couldn't get home on my own, so I went ahead and filed for divorce for you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some kind of idiot.
Then, your father lost his job.
What? Why, you little...
Because Katie's husband is the owner of the farm. He said he couldn't have an employee who would tell his son to do something awful like that. He was very upset.
How could you?
How could you? Besides, it was all your father's idea anyway. That's what you said, right?
It was, but...
There's no way you could have come up with that idea anyway.
What the? Are you making fun of me?
Anyway, that's why your father lost his job. As for me, I have no intention of staying married to you or seeing you anymore. So get yourself a lawyer. I'll see you in court.
Wait a minute. I wasn't serious about getting a divorce. I just wanted to snap you out of being all lazy like that.
A man who calls a woman who's 8 months pregnant lazy like that has no business raising a child. I mean, what kind of person even does that?
You mean I can't even see my kid?
Of course not. I don't ever want to see your face again.
Don't say that.
If you have anything more to say to me, you can say it to my lawyer. Goodbye.
Jen, wait. Jen, pick up the phone. Jen, please, I've got a big problem.
What is it now? I told you if you wanted to talk to me, you'd have to go through my lawyer. I have nothing else to say to you.
There's no time for that. I'm about to lose my job too.
Is that so?
My company does business with the farm where Dad works. Everyone in the company is talking about us. They're all giving me the cold shoulder. I think they all want to get rid of me.
I see. But I mean, they have a point, don't they? You're just getting what you deserved. Or did you think you could just get away with doing something like that?
I didn't mean to hurt you. All I wanted was to give you a little workout. I mean, you were getting so big and fat. That's why even Dad thought we had to do something.
Huh? You leave your pregnant wife in pain and alone, deep in the woods. That's how little common sense you have. And then you wonder why everyone at work is cold to you?
Everyone is just waiting for me to quit.
So you're a mind reader now. Haha.
No, but if you come to the office and explain things, maybe they'll leave me alone. Can you please come to the office for me?
Huh? What exactly do you want me to explain? If I come in and explain things, it'll only make you look worse. Don't make me laugh.
If my dad and I both lose our jobs, we won't be able to survive. Come on, do something. Anything.
No way.
Why not?
You didn't help me when you abandoned me deep in the woods, did you? Even though I was suffering in so much pain? Who would want to help someone like that?
How can you say that? Don't forget that I'm your husband.
Not anymore. Now we're strangers who have nothing to do with each other. So leave me and my baby alone. If you ever come anywhere near me or the baby, I'm calling the police.
The police? How can you treat me this way?
I'm a mother now. I have to do everything I can to protect my child from toxic people like you.
Come on, please help me.
Okay, I'm blocking you now. Have a nice life. After that, Mark and I officially got divorced, and he had to pay me alimony and child support. He probably had to go into debt to do so, but whatever. Since both he and his dad have lost their jobs, life will be tough for them from now on. Katie's dad even said they'll have trouble finding any decent work now because of their terrible reputation in the industry. For now, they are both working dead-end jobs just to make ends meet. Mark's mom died when he was young, and his dad raised him on his own. I always wanted to give him a happy family and home, but now I doubt I'll ever see him again. I've blocked him on WhatsApp for now, but I'm going to change my phone number soon too. I'm staying with my parents, who are helping me out as I get used to life as a mother. From now on, all I want is to protect this child no matter what, and I'll do whatever it takes to do that.
I'd like to ask you what you think, Samantha. Is now a good time for you to talk?
I just got back from picking up my son, so it's okay.
How long do you guys plan to stay in your current rental property?
What? Why are you asking that?
Well, by the time your child enters elementary school, I think it would be better to buy your own home. Wouldn't it be a pity if your son has to change school in the middle of the school year?
That's right.
I think it's time to think about owning a home.
We are thinking about it, but it's an expensive purchase, so it's hard to make a decision.
It's not that you can't decide, is it? My son Josh is working so hard. It's strange that he can't afford a home of his own. Isn't it because you can't manage the household finance?
That's not true. I've read a lot of helpful resources, and I'm doing my best to manage our household finance.
All you have to do is work. If you don't have enough money, don't make Josh work all the time. Shouldn't you work too? Most wives are working nowadays.
For your information, I'm working too, you know.
You're just sitting in front of your computer and fooling around, right?
I'm not fooling around. I'm diligently working.
You can't call that work, can you? You're just killing time.
That's not true. It's design work, so I need to stay in front of the computer most of the time. I'm not fooling around.
Why don't you just be realistic and get a proper job?
I have a job. You wouldn't understand the idea of exchanging work via the internet, would you?
What? Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm not. My mother doesn't seem to understand it either, so I thought it was understandable.
Stop treating people like they are too old to live in this era.
I didn't mean it that way.
Anyway, you should think about owning your own home by the time your child enters elementary school. Josh is working hard and earning a lot of money. A splendid mansion should be built.
Yes, that's right. I'll discuss it with Josh as well.
I heard about that, Samantha. You've moved out safely, right? Why didn't you report to me?
I'm sorry, Daisy. I've been so busy with work that I haven't been able to get the house in order. I was going to call you after things settle down. Did Josh tell you about the move?
Yes, he did. That boy takes very good care of his mother. He never fails to contact me.
I see.
By the way, you are lucky to marry Josh. I heard he got a promotion recently. Your husband's business is going well, and you even managed to build a house in New York, which is great. You should be thankful to Josh.
Yes, I would have been happy with a condo, but Josh insisted to build a single-family home.
My son did a great job. To build such a gorgeous house for his family is sweet. Josh is an excellent son, and I'm very proud of him.
You're right.
So, I'm thinking of visiting your new house as soon as possible. When would be good for you? I don't mind if it's today.
I don't think today is a good day. As I said before, I've got a lot of work to do. I haven't finished cleaning up after the move. I feel bad if you had to come to a messy place. Can we wait until it's all cleaned up?
If you keep saying that, when will it be? You say you're busy, but you're not doing much work. What's taking you so long?
Josh has a lot of stuff. It takes time to organize those.
Well, you're blaming Josh for your poor workmanship? I wonder why did Josh marry you? You should be the one to take care of the house, since you're my son's wife.
Even if you say so, I have a job too. I have housework and children to take care of, so I haven't gotten around to cleaning up Josh's stuff.
If you're so busy, why don't you quit your job? It isn't a proper job anyway. I think you'd better take care of the house properly instead of spending your time on such things.
What do you mean by that? I'm earning money from my job. I can't quit so easily.
How can you say that when you don't earn much money?
I have a good income.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about your job. I'll go to your place this weekend.
Huh? I have a work meeting this weekend. I have meetings with several companies, so I'll be home late.
Then when should I go? I don't know when I'll be there if I have to fit it into your schedule. You built a house, but you don't feel like inviting me?
It's not that I don't want to invite you, but...
Then this Saturday is the day.
What? You can't just...
I'm your mother-in-law. What I say is absolute. Of course, you'll prepare meals for me, right?
I have to work.
What did you say? My visit is more important than your work.
Wait a minute, I can't do that.
I don't care what you say. If I say I'll go, I'll go.
Daisy, please don't be selfish.
Samantha?
What is it, Daisy?
I knew it would be nice to have a new house. I was surprised to see how gorgeous the house is, even more than I imagined.
I'm glad that you're pleased.
It's very sweet of Josh to build such a gorgeous house in the heart of the city. I'm so proud of him. There's a train station close by and a supermarket there. I'd have no problem living there.
What?
When I went there, I thought that I have to live in a convenient place in the city center because I'm getting older. Apparently, I won't have any problem traveling from there too.
Are you moving to this area too?
Yes. When I visited your house, I thought that it's a perfect place. It's a nice house and I'm moving in with you.
I don't understand what you mean.
You're really slow, Samantha.
Could it be that you're going to live in our house?
Yes, that's right.
What are you talking about? Please don't be selfish.
It's not selfish.
What?
I've already discussed it with Josh.
Really? But I haven't heard anything about it.
Didn't Josh tell you about that?
No, he didn't.
He couldn't talk to you because you're too busy with your incomprehensible job. You're neglecting Josh.
I don't think my job has anything to do with that.
Josh just got promoted and he's busy with work, right?
Huh?
That's why he said that it would be great if I lived here. From now on, he'll come home late. He asked me to live with him and help him with the house chores.
Seriously? I didn't know about that.
So I'll be moving there in a few days. And I just sent my stuff over.
What did you say? I don't like it when you say something like that out of the blue.
It's because you don't communicate with Josh properly, isn't it?
No, I don't think that's the problem. Even if you call it a great house, we only have 3 bedrooms. If you come over, we won't have enough room.
I heard that you have a luxurious room that you use as your workroom. You don't need that room, so please make it available for me.
I can't do that. I'm working in that room, you know.
If you just want to use your computer, you can do that in the living room, right? You just need to move your computer around.
No, I have a lot of online meetings. I can't work in the living room. In the first place, I never heard a word about you moving in with us.
Then quit your job that doesn't even generate income. Josh is really busy with his work and he's exhausted. I want to take good care of that boy.
No kidding.
That's because you're useless. This is what happens when you don't fulfill your duties as a wife. I feel sorry for Josh. I wonder why he married such a useless wife.
If you're so worried about Josh, why don't you just invite him to your house?
What are you talking about? Josh finally built a house with the money he earned from his hard work. And it's in the heart of the city. So why do you need him to live in such an inconvenient place like my house? You should think more carefully.
That's not true.
Besides, I'm worried about your son, Robert.
What's with Robert?
If he's raised by an incompetent mother like you, he'll never grow up to be a decent man. He's about to enter elementary school, and it's an important time for him. That's why I decided to take care of him too.
Please, leave Robert alone. I'm his mother.
Anyway, I'll be over there in a few days. Make sure to leave your workroom empty. You can keep the table and chairs. I'll use them. I won't forgive you if it's not tidy.
It's such a nonsense. I can't live with you in this house. Will you please reconsider?
Why should I listen to you? It doesn't matter because Josh agreed.
I'm telling you that I didn't hear anything about that. It's my house too.
I've already asked the movers to move my stuff. And I've sold this house of mine with the intention of moving to your house. I can't grant your wish. You're my son's wife, so you should be mature enough to do what I say.
That's a terrible thing to say. Even Josh doesn't act like a proper husband.
Are you trying to make Josh the bad guy?
Even though Josh is working too, he doesn't help me with anything at home. I do everything by myself. Besides...
That's not natural. You're a housewife. I'm a housewife too. Stop talking nonsense. I now know what a useless wife you are.
Please stop calling me a useless wife.
When I get over there, I'm going to educate you about being a good wife. I guess I've been too easy on you until this day. Samantha, where are you? Answer me.
What is it, Daisy?
Hey, can you explain to me?
What do you mean?
I heard you said some terrible things to Josh.
Well...
What do you mean that you want him to leave that house with me?
It means that I want you to leave that house.
Josh worked so hard to build this house, okay? Why should he leave? If you have a grievance, why don't you just leave?
I see. I understand. I won't live in that house anymore.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you going to abandon your family and leave? If so, that's fine, but leave Robert with me. I'll raise him to be a respectable adult. I will never let an incompetent mother like you see him again.
I'm sorry, but that's impossible.
Why?
I left together with Robert. We will never go back to that house again.
No way. What are you saying?
I have prepared a new house for Robert and I to live together. We are about to arrive at the house. I'd like to raise him in a new environment.
What? I don't understand.
You're taking your son's words too seriously.
He is my son. It's only natural that I believe in him.
Do you know why I told Josh to get out of that house?
It was because you were upset, wasn't it? I heard you got upset when Josh pointed out how bad you were as a wife.
Well, I guess that's about it.
What do you mean?
Josh is having an affair.
Affair? What makes you say such crap? There's no room for bad jokes.
But I have proof.
What proof?
It's a picture. I'm sending it to you now.
What the heck?
I knew something was wrong when we started building the house. Suddenly, he started working overtime and staying up all night more often. He also started going for a lot of business trips, which he never used to do.
That's because he got a promotion. With the promotion comes more responsibility, so he gets busier.
That's what I thought too. But when we were preparing for the house, I found that thing.
What thing?
I found a woman's underwear in his bag.
Woman's underwear in his bag? Aren't those your underwear?
No, I don't wear such vulgar underwear. Then I looked into his WhatsApp messages and found out. I found a lot of pictures of him talking happily with a woman named Emily. Some of them are explicit pictures.
No kidding. But if Josh is having an affair, I think it's partly because of your attitude. It means you weren't attractive enough as a woman, right? And on top of that, you're a wife who doesn't do much housework. So it's no wonder Josh fell for another woman.
How can you expect me to give my best to a husband who doesn't even come home? When you started living in the house, how many times have you seen Josh come home?
2, 3 times maybe? But that's because Josh is busy, isn't it?
No, it was because he went to his affair partner's house. And the reason he let you live together with us is because he wanted to kick me out of the house.
Kick you out? Why?
He wants to own the house.
But Josh built this house.
I think you misunderstood him. I paid for this house in full. Josh didn't pay a single penny.
What? You've got to be kidding me. How can you pay for the house if you don't even have an income?
Then, do you think that someone who works from a small company can afford to build a house?
Josh got promoted, didn't he? Of course he can pay for it because he worked so hard.
He didn't get promoted.
Huh?
You were deceived by him. Josh brought you here to kick me out of this house.
What are you talking about? I don't understand at all.
He was planning to let you bully me, so when I give up, he can kick me out of the house.
For what?
To own the house. But Josh is really stupid. I bought the house and it's in my name. Even if I leave the house, it can't be his house. I'm sure that after I left, he was planning to kick you out too.
I don't think so.
It's you and Josh who will be asked to leave the house.
Huh?
I'm not going to go back to that house anymore, so I've decided to sell it.
But we just built it.
It's a shame. I didn't expect that Josh was cheating on me. But I'm over it now, so I have no regrets. I'm divorcing Josh.
Divorce? What are you thinking? You can't divorce him since you have no income.
Do you think I can build a house in the city center if I have no income? I paid for that house, remember? I work as an interior designer. After the baby was born, I asked for permission to do it from home. So I've been working from home on my computer.
Interior designer?
Yes, that's right. I happened to get a buzz on social media for my client's house. Then I started to get more work and just recently established my own company. So even though I'm single now, I don't have to worry about money.
No way.
Josh made me build a mansion, and while having an affair with another woman. I don't need a husband who lets his wife build a mansion and let his mother live without permission. Therefore, I will divorce him and sell the house.
Don't say such a selfish thing. What will happen to me then?
That's for you to think about. It was you who moved in without permission in the first place. Oh, maybe you can talk to your son about it?
I sold my house and moved here. Where am I supposed to live?
With that money, you could find a place to rent, right?
I can't do that.
Why not?
I don't have the money.
What do you mean?
Josh told me that he's going to put it toward the payment for this house. So he asked me to pay.
You gave it to him?
Yes.
Josh seems to be contributing all his salary to the woman he's having an affair with. I'm sure that money has disappeared by now. I think his account is probably empty.
Oh no.
At one point, I thought about not getting a divorce for the sake of my son. But I came to the conclusion that I can't stay married to such a sloppy husband. He's full of lies.
Samantha, you should reconsider. I'll explain to Josh too.
It's impossible. I don't want to see him anymore.
That's so selfish of you.
If you say you can't accept it, then let's go to court. I have a very capable lawyer because of my job, so I don't think I'll lose. In the first place, since there is so much evidence of infidelity, Josh doesn't have a chance to win.
I can't believe this is really happening.
I'm sorry that you have a silly son.
Samantha, you are my only hope. Please help me. My poor son deceived me.
I don't want to. You were also trying to get rid of me too. You even told me to leave my son.
Those are just words that came out of my mouth in excitement. I beg you, please, spare me.
I refuse. If you want to live in that house, you can talk to Josh and buy it. I'm sure it will be quite expensive, since the land prices are rising in that area.
Oh no.
I will charge Josh the alimony. I know it's not easy to pay alimony, so you should help him with that. I'm leaving everything about that house to the contractor. I don't think I'll ever see you again.
What? That's it? You're kidding, right? Please don't be so cold. Do something about it, please.
Take care of that yourself.
Samantha, help me.
After that, my divorce with Josh was successfully finalized. Of course, alimony and child support were imposed on him. I was not at fault at all. Josh, who had no savings and was contributing his monthly salary to his lover, had to borrow money to pay the alimony. He was in need of money, so he was easily dumped by his affair partner. But he still had to live on. He had no choice but to rent an old apartment with his mother. They are working together to pay their debts, child support, and their own living expenses. Josh's salary never goes up, and his mother has to bear a heavy burden. They complain to each other every day. Since I can work from home, I'm still able to spend time with my son even though I'm now single. Now that I'm stress-free, I've received more orders than before. Damien, are you on your lunch break right now?
Yeah, I am. What's going on?
I got a message from your mother this morning.
Really? What did she say?
She scolded me because you didn't take your shirt to the dry cleaning.
I see.
What? You told me not to take your shirt to the dry cleaning, didn't you?
Did I?
Yes, you did. You said it was a waste of money, so it was fine to use the washing machine at home.
I think I forgot about that.
How could you forget what you said? Thanks to you, your mother has been giving me a lot of crap about it.
What did she say?
She said that you are a good office worker, but you're forced to wear a lame shirt that I ironed. Don't you feel sorry for me?
Oh, I'm sure Mom is right.
No way. I just did what you told me to. Why should I listen to every single complaint by your mother? Anyway, it seems that your mother doesn't trust me at all.
Hey, don't talk bad about my mom.
I'm not bad-mouthing her, but...
Well, you've been complaining about how Mom has been treating you. Mom treated you that way because she was worried about me. You should understand that.
It's your fault, isn't it? You forgot your own words. I know you're taking your mother's side.
Don't blame me. She was just telling you to take my shirt to the dry cleaning. Why do you have to be so mad? I'm now aware that you have no love for me.
That's not the point. Anyway, as for the shirt, you have to say something to your mother to fix this problem.
Yeah, I got it. But you need to know that Mom was saying the right thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Tina, can I have a minute with you?
I'm at work, so I don't have much time.
You always use work as your excuse. That's why you can't even take care of my son well.
Not again.
I heard you complain to Damien yesterday. I asked him about the details.
I didn't complain. I just told him the truth.
Stop talking nonsense. You're always cutting corners and doing housework, and you also choose to work instead of taking care of your husband.
I don't remember cutting corners for housework, and I'm taking good care of my husband. I woke up early every day, made his lunch, did all the housework, then went to work. After work, I even do the rest of the chores.
I'm sick of hearing your lame excuses. Unfortunately, my son said that you're not a good cook. He prefers to eat my cooking instead.
I see.
What do you mean by that? You should say that you're going to learn how to cook better for my son. Or you can just ask me to teach you how to cook. It seems that you're not willing to improve yourself to be a better person.
I took a cooking class for the sake of my husband. All the dishes prepared were those I learned from a former top chef. I have no idea what kind of food I should cook for your son if he thought that they didn't taste good.
Former top chef? When did you start taking cooking classes?
I started right after we got married.
And yet my son said that your cooking doesn't taste good. How bad of a cook are you?
What? I think it wasn't bad at all. Besides, my parents and friends said that my cooking is delicious.
Don't you know anything about social graces? How can other people say to your face that your food tastes bad? They praised you because they were trying not to hurt your feelings. I can't believe you don't know that much.
That's not true. My parents are very outspoken about good and bad things. And my friends are old acquaintances, so they're not the kind of people who flatter me.
You're such a noisy woman. Fine then. As for the cooking, I'll give you a full lesson next time.
Are you serious, Ebony?
Of course I am. Since my son said that your cooking is bad, I'll make you learn my taste. Damien says he wants to eat my cooking, remember? He doesn't want to eat the top chef's food.
That's true. But I'm working, and I'm afraid I don't have extra time for that. Also, I haven't been able to go to cooking classes since my work got busy nowadays.
Here we go again. You're using work as an excuse. I really feel sorry for my son. I can't just let him suffer, so you need to listen to what you're told.
Oh no. Hey, Damien.
What is it?
You complained to your mother again, didn't you? Every time you do that, I get scolded. If you want to complain, why don't you tell me directly?
I wasn't complaining, but
But what?
my mom is better at many things than you.
Huh?
Because my mom raised me since I was little, right? That's why her style is so ingrained in me. I was comfortable with the way she took care of me, so I couldn't help it. I want you to do the same.
That's a bit disgusting.
What do you mean by disgusting? Don't be rude.
You're just a mama's boy. That really is disgusting. I doubt your mother's education.
What did you say?
You're the one who couldn't stand on your own. You became a mama's boy because of your mother's education.
Huh? Stop saying bad things about mom.
So you're saying it's my fault?
That's right. It's your fault that you don't listen to mom.
You're always taking your mother's side. You don't care about me, your wife, do you?
I didn't say that.
No, you say that all the time.
You don't take care of me because you're too busy working. It's your fault.
How dare you say that? You have no idea how much I take care of you, even though I'm busy with work. You don't take care of yourself. You also don't take care of the housework.
That's not true.
You go back to your parents' house whenever you got a chance. You talk badly about me to your mother. And when you come home, all you do is just laze around.
What do you mean? Don't be rude. I'm tired from work. I work hard every day to provide for my family. Don't you think that's enough?
Well, if we could live on your income alone, that would be fine. But it's impossible, so that's why I'm working.
You're working just because you like your job, don't you?
I like my job, but, frankly speaking, I'm a little tired these days of taking care of you.
Then quit your job and give your all for your husband.
We won't be able to make ends meet if I do that. If I could, I would have done so by now. Anyway, will you stop complaining to your mother?
Why?
I'm the one who gets blamed for that. I'm busy, so I don't want to deal with more troubles. Damien, pick up the phone.
I'm still at work.
Can you explain to me?
About what?
For heaven's sake, don't pretend as if you know nothing, Damien. I just got home and your mother is here.
Oh, seems like she has arrived there safely. Glad to hear that.
What are you talking about?
I've decided to have mom live with us from today.
Huh? Why?
Why? Because you're always working and never doing enough to take care of the house. Mom's going to take care of us both.
I don't understand. Why do you decide such an important thing without letting me know in advance? This is our house.
Because you promised mom you'd learn to cook. So if we live together, you can do that whenever you want.
I didn't promise anything. Your mother just said so herself.
I want you to learn cooking from her.
What?
You should think about me, Tina. I'm being forced to eat bad food every single day.
Bad food?
Your food tastes bad. That's why I want to eat mom's food. So why don't you master mom's cooking? Don't you think it's very reasonable to have it this way?
I don't get it. Anyway, this is our house, so I'm going to ask your mother to leave. You should tell her about that.
Why? We're finally going to live with my mom. You should be a little more happy too because it's going to be easier for you to do the housework. I wish you'd learn more from mom.
I refuse. You two decided that on your own, mama's boy.
What the heck? I'll report everything you say to Mom. You're gonna get scolded by her. She's very scary when she gets angry, you know?
I'm speechless. I don't think I can deal with you and your mother anymore. I don't know how your mother raised you that you ended up being a mama's boy. I've had enough.
What? Don't turn my mother into a villain. If you talk bad about my mom, I'll divorce you.
That might be a good idea.
Huh? Why are you being cocky? Mom's gonna give you a hard time from now on, so you better brace yourself. If you cause any problems, you'll be divorced immediately. Anyway, you're going to take special training from my mom starting today.
So, that's how you think. Okay then.
You still haven't finished work? Hey, reply to me. Mom is about to collapse from hunger, you know. What are you doing?
What do you want?
What time do you think it is now? What are you going to do about dinner tonight?
Dinner? You have your mother, so why don't you have her cook you a nice meal?
Mom said you were supposed to cook today.
Today? I cooked dinner every day, didn't I?
Is that so? I don't care either way, but come home early and make dinner.
Even if I come home early and make dinner, your mother will interrupt me.
Huh?
Hiding the knives, pans, scattering seasonings all over the kitchen, and so on.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one who wants to know about that. Your mother acts like a child. It takes me twice as long to cook dinner. Besides,
what else?
Your mother came over to our house because she wants to teach me how to cook, right?
Well, it's not just cooking, but also household chores in general.
For your information, your mother never cooked even once after she came to our house.
What?
She has never done any housework, let alone cooking.
That's impossible. Mom said she'd make sure you're thoroughly trained as a good wife.
I'm not a housekeeper. Your mother is just lazing around every day.
That can't be true. I'm getting calls from her every day, and she reported about what she instructed you to do.
That's only her one-sided story, isn't it? She never did a single chore. Also, she never taught me how to cook.
That's a lie. Why do you speak so ill of my mother? She's trying so hard to make you a good wife. Why are you always so defiant? I told you before, if you speak ill of Mom, I'll divorce you.
Then divorce me immediately.
What? Have you finally lost your mind?
Your mother didn't only force you to let her live with us. She's also using up all our savings.
Are you kidding me?
You gave your mother our joint savings card, didn't you?
Yeah, because I asked her to put some money in it.
Why?
Huh?
She's almost spending all the money you've accumulated.
That can't be true.
Then why don't you ask your mother? I was surprised when I looked at the account book while I was depositing my money. The balance was only $30.
No way.
Even if it's your own mother, it's a crime to withdraw money from an account without permission and spend it. We can sue her for theft.
Wait a minute. Don't make my mom a criminal.
You forced me to let your mother live with us by framing me for a crime I didn't commit. And to top it all off, your mother is using our savings.
I didn't know anything about that.
Just because you didn't know doesn't mean you can just forgive her. In the first place, you only believed what your mother told you. You didn't listen to me at all.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I can't be together with mad people like you and your mother anymore. I will gladly divorce you. So get out of there right now.
Excuse me? This is my house too. Why don't you just leave?
Huh? That's the condo I bought before we got married. Why do I have to leave?
Because if we get divorced, we'll have to divide the property.
Looks like you know nothing about property division. I wonder why your mother didn't teach you common sense.
What?
Division of property is only valid for property created by the couple after marriage. The condo is not part of the property division because I bought it before we were married. It's common sense, Damien.
Then where are we supposed to live?
Do as you please. Why don't you just go back to your family house?
That house is gone.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
Mom sold it to move in with us.
No one told me about that. What happened to the money she got from selling the house?
I know nothing about that. Mom said she was going to sell it, so I told her it was fine since she was coming to live with us.
Are you guys out of your mind? If you sell the house, there will be thousands of dollars coming in, right? How come our savings are dwindling in spite of that?
I have no idea.
I can't believe you just said that. I really can't keep up with you people. If I stay together with both of you, my condo is going to be sold too. Just get out of that condo.
Don't say that. We have nowhere to go.
I don't care if you say that now. You let your mother move in with us on your own, didn't you? Do something about it yourself.
I didn't know she was having financial problems.
Seriously? Why didn't you talk to me about all of this before you moved in with me?
I just did what Mom told me to do, because I've never made a mistake whenever I listened to her. That's why I got married to you.
Huh? You got married to me because your mother told you to do so?
Yes, that's right. You have a good job, and you don't seem that you want to quit. Mom told me if I got married to you, my life will be easier.
What kind of reason is that? So what about the marriage proposal you told me at that time?
That was Mom's idea. She made me memorize it the day before.
Gosh, I wonder why did I marry you? I'm sure I'm gonna regret that decision for the rest of my life.
We're a married couple, so you'll reconsider, won't you? I don't have a place to live. I can't support Mom on my income alone. You're going to have to work with me and help me.
You really are the worst kind of mama's boy. Your mother is quite crazy and you're just the same. I can't do this anymore.
Don't say that. Just come home as soon as possible.
You've got to be kidding me. You're creeping me out. I never want to see or talk to you guys ever again. Anyway, you have 5 days to get out of there. I already put that condo on the market.
What? No way. Why did you do that? You should have discussed that with me in advance.
How dare you say that? You decided on your own to have your mother move in with us. This is what happened as a result.
Yes, but you can't just sell the house like that.
The house is in my name and I paid for it. What I do with it is my business. Besides, I'm not going to live with your mom who spends people's savings without their permission. I definitely don't want to live with you too.
Don't say bad things about Mom.
Okay then. I'm not so sure I wouldn't speak ill of your mom. So why don't you talk to my lawyer from now on?
Lawyer? You're seriously going to divorce me?
It's obvious, isn't it? I told you a while ago that we can't stay together. From now on, you're going to listen to my lawyer and proceed. Then, get out of my condo within 5 days. The contractors will start coming in 6 days from now.
Oh no. What are we supposed to do from now?
I don't know. Anyway, I don't want you to have anything to do with me ever again. If you and your mother dare to come close to me, you'll have to talk to my lawyer first. If you don't do that, maybe I'll call the police.
Don't do that. Please, you have to help us. I'll ask Mom to leave if that's what you want. That's all right, isn't it?
No, I can't stand being together with a mama's boy like you. Why don't you live the rest of your life pampering your favorite mother instead? But I'll make sure you pay the alimony and pay back the money I've saved from our joint account.
I can't do that. I don't have the money since my mom spent most of it.
I don't think I can talk about this with you anymore. Well then, take care and good luck with everything. After that, the divorce was successfully finalized, thanks to the lawyer's discretion. Damien and Ebony, who had no place to live and no money, seemed to resist the divorce, but the lawyer urged them to sign the divorce papers. There is a record of a line between Damien and his mother. The time of the money withdrawal coincided with the time of Ebony's appearance on the security camera at the bank, so I was able to file a claim for alimony. The money I saved is firmly incorporated into the alimony. My mother-in-law seemed to be addicted to gambling. She seemed to have poured a lot of money into it in a short period of time, and because of that, she was in financial trouble. It seems that she planned to move in with us this time because she was in need of money. Stealing other people's money to gamble is just unforgivable. I felt a little sorry for her son who was raised by such a mother, but I guess he'll just have to accept it. I heard that they are now living together in an old and cheap apartment. Damien's income alone is not enough to make ends meet, so his mother yells at him every day. She was also thinking to have Damien work part-time job after his main work. I wonder how long can Damien, who loves his mom so dearly, can endure that kind of torture. Anyway, I sold the apartment I was living in. Then, I bought a new one-bedroom apartment near my workplace. It is spacious enough for one person and I'm satisfied with it. I would like to devote myself to my work in this comfortable apartment for a while.
Jessica, could you pick me up at the station? Jessica, hurry up and reply.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I can't pick you up because I can't move right now.
Huh? You're at home, aren't you?
Yes, I'm at home, but I have an important meeting.
What meeting? It's just for fun or something, isn't it? I don't care about that. Just pick me up at the station.
No, it's important because it's about work. It's a final meeting for my work starting next week, so I can't miss it.
Work? You don't have a job.
Lucy, I have repeatedly told you that I do have a job.
Stop lying. You're just doing your nerd activities with John's good income.
Well, I guess I am a nerd. Anyway, I can't pick you up right now. Please come home by yourself.
You know what will happen if you do that? If you can't do what I say, I'll have you leave my house. You talk back to me too much, even though you're my daughter-in-law. In some cases, I'll even consider divorcing you.
Lucy, the meeting is about to start. This conversation is over.
Hey, Jessica!
John, I just arrived safely.
Oh, I see. Thank goodness.
We're going to have a short meeting now, and then it's time to start shooting. I'm getting excited because it's a very good location and a very good situation.
That's great. You should go there with a lot of excitement.
Of course. I think I really like the camera. I enjoy not only the camera itself, but also meeting people, looking at scenery, and many things through the camera.
Yes, I get it. It's a long story when you start talking. I don't want to be late for the meeting, so I'll listen to your story when I get home.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But that's my John. You know me so well.
I'm your husband, so of course I know you well.
I'm kind of embarrassed when you say it like that. That being said, I wonder if your mother is okay.
My mother? What do you mean?
I've explained to her about this shooting, but I feel like she doesn't understand.
Oh my, she never listens. It happens all the time. I'll take care of it. Don't worry about that, Jessica. Go work as hard as you can.
Thanks, John. Well then, I'm going to the meeting.
Take care. Hey, Jessica. Where are you? You're such a useless wife, not being here when I need you. That's why you are a useless wife.
Lucy, what is it?
Where are you already? I have an appointment with a friend now, so I need you to drive me there. What? You're so clumsy.
I thought I told you, Lucy.
Tell me what?
I'm abroad, but I'm only here for 24 hours and I'll be back soon.
What? Abroad? What are you doing? Traveling without me and John? That's quite the status, huh?
No, I'm not traveling.
Then why are you abroad?
Work?
Work? You're not working. What kind of nonsense are you talking about?
I've been telling you. I work as a freelance photographer. I work on my computer at home after shooting, so I'm home most of the time, but I'm not playing around.
That's your hobby, right?
What?
You only make John work for your extravagant hobby, relying on John's income and having fun by yourself?
It's not a hobby, it's a job.
How much are you spending for a camera that looks like a toy? I know you buy all sorts of options.
I buy what I need for my work, not what I can't afford.
You even went abroad? What do you think you're doing with the money John earned?
Excuse me? I didn't pay a single penny for this abroad photo shooting because it was paid for by the client.
How dare you tell such a blatant lie? I'm telling John.
What? John knows about it, so it's totally fine.
John is too kind to tell you the truth, not to play around with his money. You can't just trample on his kindness by going abroad. It's unforgivable. You disrespected John. You are a useless bum wife.
Useless bum wife is such a harsh word. Lucy, I take my job seriously. I don't depend only on John's income.
You are really brazen. Why did John get a wife like you? I feel sorry for him. And you used to be so timid and quiet just a little while ago. Now you're all cocky. Oh my goodness.
I don't mean to be cocky, but is that how you hear me?
You're always nagging at me. If you disobey me, I'll have you divorced.
Divorce? John and I have no intention of divorcing.
What? Then you should listen to me more honestly.
Lucy, you entered my room while I was away, didn't you?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You went into my workroom without telling me, didn't you? Please give me back my camera. It's my work tool. It contains the data from a recent trip abroad.
What data? You went abroad without John and me. You don't even have a job. You're so cocky. You're not even doing your job. You're just being cheeky.
What do you mean by cheeky? I'm doing my job.
You think you're a photographer? You've got it all wrong, don't you?
I'm telling you, I'm a photographer.
Are you still saying that? You haven't learned your lesson at all. I can't give you back your camera.
I need my camera. I can't work without it.
That's not why I took it.
What?
You disrespect me and John by faking it as work, don't you? Meetings, filming, that's a problem.
Lucy, I really need my camera because the deadline of the submission is getting close. Please give me back my camera.
If you have time to play with the camera, learn some housework. I'll have you do some hard work. If you disobey me, I'll have you divorce John.
Lucy, I really need my camera back. John, can we talk?
Jessica, what's wrong?
When I came back home, your mother stole my camera.
What?
I haven't copied all the data from the other day, so I can't do my job.
My mother has the camera?
She said she took it herself, so I'm pretty sure.
Then we can't go ahead with editing the brochure, can we?
No, we can't. I'm in trouble.
Can you make it in time?
I don't know until I try. In the meantime, we need to get the camera back.
I know. Mom's always doing something crazy. It really gets me. And I can't forgive her for making trouble for your business. She's always being hard on you. You went through the trouble of letting her move in with us because you understood how lonely my mom was. I feel so bad for you. I'm really sorry.
Don't apologize to me, John. It's not your fault. Thank you.
About what?
I'm glad that you care about me. Thank you for taking care of me.
Of course I take care of you. We're a couple. We have to help each other from now on like we have been doing.
I know.
I've had enough of her. You can leave, Jessica. I'll take care of the camera.
What? What do you mean?
Shall we meet at a hotel?
What?
I'll go there with the camera. You don't have to put up with a wife-threatening mother-in-law in the house. It'll affect your work too.
But leaving home? Are you sure you want me to do that? She's your mother, you know.
I think it's the worst kind of mother to be hard on you. So I'd like to leave my mother's home too. Can you leave right now?
Maybe it's difficult since she's in the living room.
I see. Okay, I'll call her and ask her to do some shopping.
She's going to tell me to do that shopping.
If you tell her that I want you to buy something for her without her knowing, she'll be happy to let you go. In the meantime, Jessica, you're going to leave the house.
But I'm scared.
Don't worry, trust me. Anyway, call me when you get to the station. I'll tell you where to go from there, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Jessica? Jessica, where are you? You didn't even prepare the meal. If you abandon a wife's work and went out, I'll have you divorced.
What? I'm already divorced.
Huh?
Lucy, haven't you heard anything?
What?
I discussed it with John. Because you strongly desire a divorce, we decided that we should get divorced. I also filed the divorce papers this evening.
Oh, really? What? Really? I didn't know anything about that. I feel so refreshed. So, you're divorced.
I was so useless and I caused you a lot of trouble. I'm so sorry.
You're right. You finally understand, don't you? John finally understood that I was right. It was worth it.
It was an emergency meeting. We only took out what we could carry for now. I'll come back later to pick up the other stuff.
Oh, is that so? Then do it when I'm not here. I don't want to see you anymore. I'll send you a message on WhatsApp about the schedule.
Okay. Well then, Lucy, we may never see each other again, but please take care.
John, good morning. Did you go out for a walk? Are you nervous? Of course you are. You're going on a blind date with the right woman.
Mom, I don't do blind dates.
What? What do you mean? What is wrong all of a sudden? The woman's family will be here as planned. I can't go on an arranged marriage. Why not? Because I got remarried. What? Remarried? Did you have a woman you wanted to marry? If that's the case, why didn't you tell me earlier? Well, if you have someone you want to marry, that's fine. I'll say no to the other woman myself. And what kind of woman is she?
The one I love most in the whole world.
I thought I'd regret for the rest of my life not marrying her. Oh, you have someone you care about that much? Why did you hide it from me until now? I'm happy as long as you're happy.
But, Mom, you're going to bully her again, aren't you?
Bully her? What do you mean?
You think I don't know anything?
About what?
You used to bully Jessica a lot when I wasn't around, didn't you?
You're gonna do the same thing the next time I get married, aren't you? Stop saying weird things. Something's not right today, John.
I'm getting so fed up with your insanity.
John, what are you talking about? I would never be a wife beater. What's wrong? All of a sudden,
I don't want you to interfere with my marriage life. I want to live happily ever after.
Of course. I'm trying so hard to make you happy. So what's the matter?
I remarried Jessica.
Huh? You divorced Jessica.
You always said terrible things to Jessica, didn't you?
That's not true.
Liar. You told Jessica she's a useless bum wife, didn't you? I know all about it.
How did you... But she's the kind of person who goes abroad with the money you worked so hard for. She was always playing around at home, right? She's nothing more than a bum.
I told you, Jessica is a photographer.
She travels with a camera as a hobby, right?
It's not a hobby. She is a professional photographer.
The other day, she went abroad for a photo shoot for a wedding venue's brochure. A wedding venue brochure?
A bride in wedding dress and a groom in tuxedo, in the best possible situation.
What? You can do that as a hobby?
I told you, it's her job. Jessica is a popular photographer, so she earns more than my salary per shoot.
Really? More than you?
There's even an idol who fell in love with Jessica's skills. She's scheduled to be photographed next.
Oh, really?
I'm working as an intermediary for that. I met Jessica on a photo shoot. She's a woman of great values, and I fell in love with her at first sight. That's why we got married.
I didn't know that.
Mom, how many times have I told you? It was you who didn't listen. Jessica makes more money than I do. How dare you call her a bum?
I'd be so proud of her too if she were such a successful photographer. I can brag about it to my neighbors and friends.
How could you brag about her, Mom? I divorced Jessica.
But you got remarried, right? Then we can be in the same relationship again.
It's too late.
Why?
Because I got permission from Jessica's parents to use her last name from now on.
What? John? Why did you do that? You are my only son.
I did it to get rid of you.
What? Why?
You can think about the reason yourself, Mom. I don't want to do anything to hurt Jessica any more than I already have. Bye.
John, wait. Jessica, please pick up the phone. What are you doing here so early in the morning? What am I doing here? I need to talk to you. Where are you now? I don't have to tell you that, do I? Why not? I'm a stranger to you now. I don't have to tell you where I am. You're as cocky as ever. What the hell is this? Isn't it too cowardly of you to let John take your last name? I didn't suggest it. John himself asked me to do that. I can't live without him either, so I let him do so. Huh?
My parents have also given me permission.
John is my only son. I will be all alone. Why are you doing this to me?
John said he didn't like his selfish mother since he was little.
Huh?
But after his father passed away, he said it was a mistake to think you would be lonely. It was a mistake. When John found out how you were snubbing me as a wife, he began to think about breaking off the relationship with you.
That's a lie. There's no way John would break off the relationship with me.
I'm sure John was very worried about it. To break off the relationship himself with his own mother is a big deal, isn't it? But he chose to do it. Please think about his feelings.
I don't know. I don't want to understand. John is my son no matter how old he gets. Breaking off the relationship is impossible. All this happened because of you. Jessica, tell me where he is right now.
I can't do that because you will barge in. John insisted me never to tell you.
No, I don't believe you. I can't believe John took your last name. Give me back my son.
John is a grown man now. He's a nice man, kind and calm. You should be happy to send him off on his own.
You think it's someone else's problem? You want me to send him off to you? There's no way I can do that. Don't be ridiculous.
You're not going to understand anything I say to you. I'm sorry.
Jessica?
I am no longer related to you, and we will never meet again. I will also block your account once and for all.
Wait a minute, Jessica. You have to help me. You're leaving me all alone?
You're the one who did that.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, forgive me. Come back home with John.
It's too late for everything. Well then, goodbye. After that, Lucy, who didn't know where we were, stormed into John's workplace. But she was stopped at the entrance by a guard who knew what was going on. She was kicked out without seeing John. When she found out that John was the one who had kicked her out, she was shocked. Her shoulders slumped, and she left as if it was like the end of the world. I think she is now spending her days alone in that house. After we left home, we stayed at my parents' house for a while. Now we have a new house nearby where we live together as a couple. From now on, I would like to build a happy family where no one disturbs us and we can laugh every single day.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!